The craziest couples ever. What's going on, guys? Shak-Reacts here once again, and let's check out some wild clips of the craziest couples I can find. And like always, my favorite clip will be at the end, guys, so make sure to stay tuned all the way till then to find it. But in this first one, this is definitely insane. Basically, we have this woman over here dancing on stage with another guy who's grinding up on her. The crazy part is when her husband steps on stage as well, and the entire crowd start to boo him. So let me get this straight. Everybody is super happy this guy is kicked off stage for him simply sticking up for himself and getting his wife rather than her doing that on stage in front of him. What's wrong with people's morality at this point?
Hi, Dan. I just moved in next door. I'm a supermodel.
I don't care who the IRS sends, I am not paying taxes.
And this next was definitely insane as well. Basically, we have this woman over here. She ends up trying to call all these men creepy for simply asking them to do things for her and then blame them for looking at her. When in reality, she's just exposing herself in this kind of way, and I can't blame them. If anything, you're the creepy one.
It's my new sugar daddy. Say hi.
Hello.
When do you get paid? Can you take a picture of me real quick? Real quick. You just have to hold. Actually, just hold it because I already pressed the button. Don't press nothing. Am I in it?
Yep.
I am?
Mm-hmm.
Don't hold them down. No?
Asking creepy old men for help in Walmart.
Yeah. I like to. Makes me feel tall.
In this next, we have this girlfriend over here, I guess, doing this loyalty test in front of her man. Well, like all loyalty tests, I guess this girl ends up failing, and I do feel bad for her.
Call your girlfriend real quick.
Okay.
Be like, guess who took me out for Valentine's? Guess.
Call Nia. Nia. Guess who took me out for Valentine's Day?
What?
Guess who took me out for Valentine's Day? Guess who I'm with?
I don't know.
Really? Who am I with?
I don't know.
Okay, I think.
GG's, Brody. Now you can take off that dumb with your shorty on it.
In this next, we have this woman over here trying to expose this man for simply, I guess, talking to her, seeing if she's using a machine. And then afterwards, she ends up exposing him on TikTok, calling him weird and creepy. When in reality, he just did nothing wrong. I don't get this. She's literally the reason why men don't approach women anymore.
Watch this guy try move to me at the gym. Checks absolutely nothing on his phone. Looks over at me being busy sorting my wrist straps. These straps taking up too much time. Makes a swift return. Sad lip.
And this next is definitely interesting. Basically, we have this woman over here. I guess she goes on to explain how a man is cheap because he didn't want to buy her a dog that cost $75. Not only that, they only went on a date once, and apparently she's already asking this kind of stuff from him. Thankfully, he did defend himself throughout the entire conversation, and he did roast her.
Seemed very enthusiastic about helping me get this dog. Figured you could afford it, so I really didn't realize that you were so cheap.
Well, that's a lot of assumptions to make right off the bat about someone, especially on the first date. I never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be going to a first date and then making a life decision, you know.
A life decision? 75 bucks.
75 bucks. I mean, if I'm paying for it, the dog is mine. I'm not just going to do that. I'll just tell you right now, point blank, I am not going to pay for the puppy.
Fine.
And I just want to say, too, if you can't pay $75 for a puppy, how on earth are you going to be actually paying for the dog for the rest of its life?
Dogs are not that expensive.
That's not
you don't have
true.
to clothe them or anything. Their food's cheap. take them
No,
on
you don't
free
have
walks.
to clothe them, but you got to take them to the vets. You got to pay for any medical bills. You got food can get expensive real fast if they don't have their shots.
Do you have a dog? Do you even know?
I grew up with dogs. I don't have one now because of how expensive they are.
Whatever. I mean, you're acting like I have to set up a college fund or something for it. It's a dog.
We're going to jump in here because our whole goal is to wanted to go out.
And this section is definitely so sad to watch. Basically, we have this woman over here going off the perks of being unattractive. Obviously, there's not many perks. All she really says is that nobody ever tries robbing her or I guess assaulting her. But let's all be honest here. Anybody would rather be good looking than bad looking.
I'm dark skinned, 5'8", fat. I don't deal with as much, I don't get approached by men. In real life, I don't get approached by men because of how I look. And sometimes that be protecting me. It be protecting me. This is just a different way of seeing it. It sucks to be ugly. It sucks to be considered ugly and, not attractive, and you're treated like crap because of it. But at the same time, sometimes it be protecting me, because don't nobody want you when you look like this.
Now, something else that's super sad to watch. Basically, we have this woman over here, I guess, who hit the wall. At this point, she just wants a man who could just simply show her any affection. But obviously, when you reach this kind of age and stage in your life, there's nothing more you can really do. Men have warned you about this your entire life, and you chose to ignore them.
I don't get hugs. I don't know. I feel like if I were to get the kind of hug that I fucking really want, I would crumble into pieces.
It's more dangerous. Umar Johnson.
I don't get hugs. That shit is... It could be maybe a hello. Whatever, maybe. But it's not enough.
Winter is coming.
How am I gonna go the rest of my life like this?
Buy a dog and die alone.
And this sexist woman is absolutely delusional, thinking that if she's well traveled and traveled a lot of places and been to a lot of things, that means it's like a green flag to a guy because she knows a lot more. I'm sorry, but the first thing a man's gonna think of is who took her to all these places? How'd you get on that yacht? How'd you get on that plane? Because obviously, if you're not making any money for yourself, it could have only came from one place.
My thought process is I want to be able to have travel, be open-minded, because if you're a traditional man, I'm assuming you want to have a family, you want to have kids. Don't you want to be with a woman that is worldly, educated, well-traveled, could bring something to the table, rather than somebody that has absolutely no idea about anything in life and really can't contribute anything outside of just being a woman?
No, we don't want that at all. Being well-traveled is a giant red flag to most men, because typically see pictures of her on a private jet, on a yacht, in multiple different fancy locations. She's in Mykonos here, she's in Paris, she's in Dubai, she's in New York. My immediate assumption is this woman is a
The women that are traveling everywhere are going and living a luxurious lifestyle.
I'm assuming that
I'm all over Europe.
For cities, probably different.
Exactly.
And this section is absolutely hilarious. First off, I'm not sure why men even go to the club. I'm just gonna say that straight up. If you go to the club at all, I don't care if you're younger or older and you're well established, I think it's a waste of money, a waste of time, and you're just increasing girls' validation the entire time. Also, as they run your pocket. And this sucks me. There's someone over here who I guess is saying goodbye to feminism because she finally understands how hard it is to run both, be a successful woman who also works and also be a woman who takes care of the house. Women like to make it seem like working at home is slavery, when in reality, it's just you doing the half of the work that the man can't really do since he works all day as well.
68% of women initiate divorce. This is just an opinion as to why I think it's happening. What men want has not changed. Men want a nurturing partner to produce offspring and a peaceful home. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not a man. On the flip side, what women want and what is expected of them has changed. I fell into this trap that I can do anything that my husband can do but better. I can have a career like a man but act like a woman and then take care of everything in the house. Because according to Instagram, it's possible. According to feminism, if I'm not doing it, then I'm cutting myself short. And according to other women, if I don't have a job, I don't have value. According to magazines, if I don't look good while doing it, then I'm a lazy slob. When I was trying to do all the things, I kept thinking to myself, man, I need a wife. So I ended my toxic relationship with feminism.
And this next one's girl decides to explain what kind of people she hooked up with after the breakup. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I would definitely not go back to this. She's for the streets 100%.
Have you anyone else while we've been on a break? Okay, well, you know about right after we broke up when I was with Taylor. Yes. Penny. Don't say Jeff. Jeff. Ugh. Connor. Ugh. Carlos. Ugh. You have that person at Timber? Jordan? Just people I kissed? I don't remember. Damn! Okay, she got to remember.
She belongs to the streets.
And this next woman decided to use this woman's ideology against her, and let's just say it worked out.
It was not Jenna. Please don't assume. I am assuming. I'm identifying as Jenna. Okay, but your name's Caitlin. Why are you here? No, I'm identifying as Jenna. Your name is Caitlin. Why are you here? So please respect me and my person. Jenna.
And this next one, I guess this girl really wanted an expensive bag, and she said she would do anything for it, and I guess this guy took advantage of that.
Not paying $10,000 for a purse.
I would do anything to get this back.
Anything? Like, anything?
Anything.
You can get the bag. If you just get a job, Kayla. Get a job.
And this next one is definitely one of the most coolest things I have ever seen. I'm about to install this in my house as well. In this next one, I guess this woman is talking about other women who do OnlyFans who don't want to be, I guess, wives in the future. I'm not sure how you can be so young and already make up the decision that you don't ever want to have kids or get married. One day your friends are going to get married and one day you're just going to feel left out.
You want to be a wife, you want to be loyal. How can you do that if you're practicing, sucking fun dip every week? You're not practicing cooking, you're not practicing mental health, you're not practicing how to talk to him, how to cater, how to be submissive, and how to talk to him in a nurturing way. You're practicing sucking pee-pee. That's not the same thing.
But what if that's not what you want? What if you don't want to be?
I'm only speaking on women who want to be wives. All the other OF and all those type of girls, I'm not talking to y'all. Not you, but in general.
Now, part of the worst clip on the list, guys, is we have this man over here ends up tricking his girl on a date because he sees her with somebody else, and yes, she was definitely baffled. Well, that's it, guys. So much for watching. So, guys, in the next one, take care. Peace.